This is Sam. Two crazy Latinos.
And we are live.
What's going on, everybody, tonight? It's Two Crazy Latinos back. This is Sam.
This is Louis. And we got a very special guest, an awesome friend, Shawn Springer.
Thank you, guys. I'm happy to be here.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, y'all. I'm good. It's good to see y'all up and running, doing y'all thing. You know, this been a crazy year and just, you know, trying to maintain. It's funny because when this year happened, I was like, 2020 is going to be my year. It's going to be so many things that's going to happen. And now I'm just grateful for like the things that I have, you know?
Amen
so
that,
it really just put a lot of brakes on a lot of things, you know?
Oh, yeah. Amen to that. And hey, before we keep going, I want to shout out a friend of mine. I'm dedicating this show to a friend, a real close friend who unfortunately right now is in a real bad predicament health-wise.
Sorry to hear that.
Bonafide, thanks, man. To Richard Bonafide, dude, you have no idea what your friendship has meant to me over these years, man. So this show tonight is for you, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Awesome.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Salute to him, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you, man. So yo, let's get into it, man. What have you been up to, man? Like let's really get into it, dude.
Ah, man. Like, I mean, where do we start? Like, where do y'all want to begin from? First of all,
let's go back to Time Warner, but we'll pick that up in a minute.
Oh my gosh. Time Warner. Oh man. Well, I mean, Time Warner is funny because I ended up at Time Warner just because of where life was taking me, and I needed a job, you know. So I mean, really, like, I mean, it's funny because like I ended up, you know, back in the days I interned for Bad Boy. Shout out to Kirk Burrows for plugging me in, and you know, it was just a great experience. And then from there, I shout out to Tuffy also, Tuffy Questel. He was one of the hosts on, I don't know if you guys remember Video Music Box from back in the days.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so he was one of the guys from there. And I used to always see him on 125th Street and, yo, Tuff, what up, Tuff? And then one day I stumbled upon a set and they were filming and I was like, hey, who's doing the casting for it? And it was like, that guy right there. His back was to me. And then when I went up to him, he turned around, it was Tuffy. So from there, he started getting me like background work, extra work. You know, it was really cool. We connected the dots. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, we got people in Japan tuning in right now.
Japan tuning in.
Hello, Japan. Hello, Japan. On the air tonight.
Oh, hello, Japan. Hello. Yes. And so, you know, from there, after that, you know, I was doing background work and that was cool. You know, did little background work in the 50 Cent first movie that he came out with. And from there, you know, it dried up. And once it dried up, I was like, my brother need a job, you know? So from there, I applied to Time Warner and I ended up working there, meeting some really good people, great people like yourselves, you know?
You too, man.
And I mean, it was just a, you know, Time Warner was a great experience. It was a stepping stone, but like I said, I was able to meet a lot of great, genuine people. And it was a great experience. And, you know,
yeah,
we done had many a nights where we were just talking about the industry and what we want to do in it, and look where we're at, you know. But also when I was at Time Warner Cable, I got into like voiceover work. Shout out to Spruce. Spruce was the plug. He ended up getting me some work. I ended up working with Ed Lover. Down the line, I ended up working with, you know, Charlemagne and Envy, you know, doing the morning shows. And it was just crazy because working at Time Warner Cable, I would in the morning time do, let's say, the morning show with those guys, and then I come home, sleep, and then go to work. And it was just like that emotional roller coaster from being at like the top of the top and then coming down. Oh man, like
the lowest time.
Oh man,
my God, it was definitely crazy. But like I said, it was great people that I worked with, so it was quickly forgotten once I got into work and got into that mode, you know.
Yeah, remember the times that we used to stay up, but we used to work there until like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh man, I totally remember, bro. You know how many times I got pulled over by police? Like I got literally stopped because I wasn't driving back then, and I mean I got stopped by police late night coming home from Queens, coming back to Harlem. It was ridiculous, you know. But we made it through, y'all. You know, we here.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely,
Definitely.
man.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
and I
Li-
mean,
li-
mhm.
No, I was gonna say real quick. You mentioned Time Warner and all the cats and stuff like that. Want to shout out real quick to our boy Raheem and La Luxuries. Want to shout him out real quick, man. Hey,
Yeah,
man,
and
great
he
to
just popped
reconnect
up
with
too.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to La Luxuries. That's one of my homies, Raheem. You know, like we go, like I said, me and like even after I left Time Warner, we stayed in touch. That's one of my good boys, and he's doing his thing right now. Shout out to La Luxuries. He got the fragrances. He has what I think the edibles. Ra's doing his thing. Salute to Raheem. You know, big up,
oh
Ra.
yeah, oh
And
yeah, man.
we definitely
Oh
got to
yeah.
salute one person here, Christian Knight. He's been following us, and now
What's up, Christian?
he's
What up,
actually
Christian?
putting up our show right on his Twitch right now, and he's running it. So thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Thank you, bro.
Cool,
Appreciate you,
cool.
brother.
He's doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's what's up. You know, he's on his ones and twos. You know, salute to him.
Oh yeah.
You know, word.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, so you know, after that, I mean, after the Time Warner thing, it was funny because when Time Warner ended, I was trying to figure it out, and I decided to start a production company. Shout out to Straight Head Entertainment. Me and my boy Action Max. Shout out to my boy Max. Salute, boy. So we started a company together, and it was dealing in comedies, movies, and music. And we
Okay.
ended up having like one of the best comedy shows in Harlem. Like it was great. You know, we had a lot of talent. Shout out to AJ Skeeter. We threw him on stage. His career started. Shout out to Jasmine. She's doing her thing. You know, she's doing her thing. I don't think she has a podcast or anything, but I know she's doing shows and stuff like that. Shout out to Smokey. We had Smokey in a few of our shows. And from there, we were just moving. And then, I don't know, the industry just hit me again. Like, I just started seeing sets, and I was just like, I got to get into this. Like, we doing a movie thing, so we got to get into it. And from there, it was funny because, like, I didn't know anything about, like, actually working on set. So I started crashing sets. I had a job that I hated. In between doing comedy shows, I took a part-time job as like a collector. I was collecting, like calling people up that couldn't pay their credit card bills, and that was the worst. But what I loved about that job, and I had it for only all of like 2-3 months, but what I loved about that job was that during my lunch breaks, it was in Midtown, and it was the summertime, so I would always just walk through Midtown, checking out the scenery, you know, beautiful ladies and whatnot, and just enjoying life and pondering life. And sure enough, I started stumbling upon movie set, TV show, movie set, TV show. And then I started asking questions like, hey, who's the supervisor? Who's this? Who's that? And then through like connecting with people, I was told, no, it's not called the supervisor. It's called this. It's called that. This is who you look for. And I started crashing sets, and I met a couple of people. I met a couple of bosses, and on like the 5th set that I crashed, I ran into one of the bosses from my first set that I had crashed a few weeks earlier, and he remembered me, and he gave me a shot as a production assistant, you know. And
nice, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, and from there it snowballed. I mean, it was funny because I was looking for an end to the industry. Shout out to the Made in New York program. You know, like I had actually applied for that program, and it just wasn't really, it wasn't a good fit. So, you know, you have to try to, I thank God for perseverance, because, you know, I didn't let that experience deter me from trying to get into the industry. And then, you know, I was able to get in, and I became a production assistant, and some of my closest friends are people from the Made in New York program. So salute to that program. Anybody that wants to try to get into the industry, definitely look into that program, because it is an outlet, and it lets, you know, minorities know, like it helps us out, you know.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, Christian just chimed in. He said he remembers you from the cafeteria days, as well as your laugh. You would always fill the room with everything.
Wow.
When you go in there. So he remembers you. Shout out to Irvin Burrell and the BMX family. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Shout out to those guys.
Certainly appreciate the love, man. Always, man.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, like love is love, you know. So and everything just snowballed from there. I mean, one thing after another. Shout out to Teddy Gibbons. He's an awesome assistant director. Shout out to Theron Alfred. That's my boy. He's an awesome assistant director. Shout out to Eddie Griffin. He's an AD doing his thing. Shout out to him. And I mean, like everything just snowballed from there. And I mean, I was a production assistant. I worked on some shows like I worked on a few shows, you know. What was that? What was that, huh?
Can you name a few?
Yeah, I worked on Shades of Blue. I worked on this TV show called Forever. I worked on The Blacklist. I worked on, I mean, I worked on The Get Down with Jaden Smith. I worked on, I mean, it's just so many productions that I worked on. Power. I mean, and it was funny because as a production assistant, you know, at one point I went from being a production assistant to being what's called first team, and that's where you actually escort the actors back and forth to set. And I got a chance to go over some lines with a few actors and just, you know, just kick it. And it was like really good. You know, I worked on a few Woody Allen productions. I mean, it's just been a great ride. I can't complain. Awesome, you know,
I'm
and
so
then
happy for you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And then from there, I ended up getting with the union called Local 52. Shout out to Local 52. You know, one of the best unions in the industry. You know, and from there, I ended up doing what's called set dressing and props. Set dressing is basically you get the set ready for shooting. You know, let's say you might, for example, you might go into like a bodega and they say, hey, we want to make this bodega into a liquor store. So you would basically clear out everything, put up stuff to make it look like a liquor store, whatever you might need to build or create, you make it happen and they shoot it and you put it back together. You know, so yeah, so that was great. And from there, I started doing set dressing, props, and special effects. Now, props pretty much is whatever the actors touch. You know, I worked on this movie called After Party, and it had a whole bunch of rappers in it, and all I was doing was just basically making drinks and giving them cigars and things of that nature, and that was pretty cool. You know, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
So I've been just riding that wave and just working on other projects independently and just going with the flow, man, trying to keep everything up and about, you know?
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
What else do you have? I'm sorry. What else do you have in mind? With your, you know, what other movies or plans that you have?
I mean, it's funny because I actually shout out to my man Woozy Woos. Poetry in Motion is the video. I actually did a little bit of co-directing in that. I actually was in the video. Shout out to my man Woozy Woos with Splacking, boy. So we got that popping. And also shout out to my boy Sessionator. My boy Sessions, Phil Jerron Sessions, he's doing his thing in the industry. He's an awesome cameraman. We worked together and collabed on a video that actually, the artist, hold on one second. The artist, the song is called Ready For Me, and the artist is called G Deep, DEEP. That video, man, got over 1 million views. So, you know, yeah, he's actually an Indian rapper and he has some talent, you know, so it was great. You know, it was a great experience. I've been working on a couple of directing things. We got a few skits coming along. We got a couple of irons in the fire, you know.
That's good.
That's what's up, man. So I got a question for you, man. When you first got into the industry, how was that feeling? Like what made you realize? Man. Like what happened at that moment?
You know what's crazy? I remember it like it was yesterday. I'll never forget it. Like I had gotten a call to work on this movie. This was back in the days. It was with Samuel Jackson and Julianne Moore. It was called Freedom Land. And it was through Puffy. Puffy connected me, and I went there to be a background. And they shot at a hospital in Brooklyn. I can't recall like those details, but we were at a hospital, and Samuel Jackson walks in, and I got a chance to really like just kick it with Samuel Jackson and just being in that atmosphere. It was like. It was just amazing. And mind you, I'm from that era where like I grew up watching reruns of the Jeffersons, Sanford and Son. I mean, TV before video games, it was TV. So it was always something that I just was like, wow, like I knew I wasn't gonna be an NBA player, bro. I wasn't tall enough. So, you know, it was and I mean I can rap a little bit, but it was just like, look, man, and I just loved I love the media, man. The media, the entertainment industry, the lights, camera, action, just the whole process. And I'll never forget that day when everything was said and done. When I left that set feeling like it was just like pure ecstasy. Like I was like, this is what I wanna do, you know. And who'd have thought? I never thought like, and I was looking at it from in front of the camera. I never thought that life would just lead me to the other end, and now working behind the camera, also in front of the camera. Like it's just amazing, man. I'm just really grateful for blessings, and I'm just humbled by everything, you know. And shout out to everybody that helped me and gave me good advice. Shout out to one of my deepest friends, my man Anthony Calypso. He gave me some advice when I was a production assistant, like, hey, you need to look into this set dressing, props, and special effects thing. Like, just shout out to a lot of people that helped me on the come up, you know.
I feel you, man. I feel
Right.
you.
So you've been pretty much all parts of the set. Pretty much. Have you done grip also, like lighting, setting up lights and stuff?
Nah, I haven't done any grip work, but I'm cool with a bunch of grips. Shout out to my man Chi. Shout out to a few people, all my grip homies. Yeah, I know a lot of grips, man. It's funny because on set, my man Chi, for example, I worked on, I forgot what the show was. I don't know if it was Blue Bloods. I don't remember which set it was, but I'm working with this cat, right? And he comes up to me at the end of the day. He's like, yo, bro, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, where we know each other from? And we were trying to figure it out. Come to find out, we went to college together. Like, and it was just like, wow. We ended up reuniting in the industry. You see what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how the world works, you know?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's you know what? It's special. It's unique. It's something. It's captivating at the end of the day, and I think that's what really. I know for myself. It excites me all the time. I know I can only imagine what it is for Lewis, and I'm stuck with him professionally now, man. Like I can't get away from him, man. It's just
yo, bro. You guys rock, bro. You guys are awesome. You understand me? Like y'all making it happen, man. Like and look how it happened. Think about it. Y'all met at Time Warner Cable.
Yeah.
So you know, like shout out to Time Warner Cable for the plugs, you know?
Yeah, for real. For real, man.
Like it's been
so,
real.
Yo, so now you brought up Time Warner. So you know what, man? Let's get into that, man.
Oh man.
Oh man, the good old days.
Bro, you know what?
Man.
Let's just put it like this. We got paid to absorb negative energy. Like literally people calling up, hey, my cable's not working, cursing you out. They're trying to watch whatever they want to watch. And like, it was just ridiculous. But I learned something important there, you know, and it's just about, and it's something you could take from the job, but I also applied it to life. It's about turning negatives into positives.
Yes,
you
sir.
know,
Very true.
Like no matter
Very
what's going
true.
on, you can find a silver lining in anything, and you just got to make the most of it, you know?
I think it was you know what the biggest thing for me is the friendships.
Yeah.
That we built over there, man. Like all the dudes that we know, man. Ra,
yeah, my man Z,
Lou,
yeah,
Z, all the fellas, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it just Sook, Abraham, you know, the dudes that I'm mad tight with and stuff. I'm still close to this day.
Yeah,
and you know what? Those friendships are special, man. And your friendship, dude, to me. And I know it's the same to Lou, man, means the world to us, man. So we are blessed and we are honored to have you on the show with us tonight, man. Things happen for a reason. It
definitely.
It really does, man. You know what I'm saying?
And likewise, guys, like I really want to say, like it was funny because when you guys gave me a call, I was surprised, first of all, because I've been looking into so many things with podcasts and just a bunch of irons in the fire. And you guys called me and I was like, hey, man, they want me to be a guest. Like, I'm not that, you know what I mean? But I was honored, you know, that and happy to definitely be a part of this, man. And in any way possible, anything I could do to help you guys, like I'm on deck, you know, count me in, you know that, you know?
Oh yeah, man. We've been knowing that. You listen, man, you're one of the most real dudes that I know. You've always been respectful. And at the same time too, man, when anybody you know, needed to just have a moment, man, and just to catch up or say something, or if something's going through something, man, we were all there for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
For me, you know what I'm saying? So it's just valuable, man. So, you know, so you got projects coming up, you know, and you have, you know, a lot of things, you know, in the fire, like you said. What's probably the next move for you after these projects start going? Like what like you're using these as stepping points. So what are you looking to do after that?
Yeah, like it's funny because I mean, You mean like the end game thing, or you mean kind of like what's next? Like what am I like immediately going in?
Yeah.
I mean, wow, that's funny. I mean, the end game is the end game. That's an interesting question, you know, because of course, you know, I want to just create projects that actually can change the world, you know, for the better. You understand? Like it's so many outlets. Like for example, you look at hip hop, let's say. You have a whole bunch of rappers. And I mean, 10 years ago it was cool, yo, shoot your gun, get in these streets and hustle, shoot each other. But now look at everything that's going on right now. And all the rappers are quiet. And for years, I like to think that hip hop was the pulse of these communities. You understand me? And now that everything's going on, they're super quiet. Everybody's like, maybe these rappers have something to do. Like, nobody knows. So, you know, I want to make like good films. I want to be a part of great projects. Like, for example, last summer I had the honor of being able to work on Lin-Manuel's production In the Heights. And
nice.
It was an honor to be just a part of that production. It was actually a musical, and it was like the first musical. Like I did a lot of offset work there, but a few days I ended up on set, and it was just amazing watching everything come together, and it was just great. And being parts of like projects like that. That was one. Shout out to Lin Miranda. He's an awesome dude. Also, I worked on The Way They See Us, that production by Ava DuVernay.
Okay.
And about the Central Park 5 case.
Yes.
That was amazing just because like I could have been one of those kids. I grew up on 110th and 5th Avenue, like when I moved from the Bronx to Harlem. So when that happened, I was around. One of my friends actually got picked up, but he was home asleep the whole night and he got off. But it was crazy. Just being a part of that was really like that hit home, you know, and that's the beauty of like working with film, is that you can actually touch upon topics that are uncomfortable, but you can also shine a light on things, you know. So
sure,
man,
absolutely,
that's what it is, bro. You know, just staying positive.
Yeah, especially like if you can knock it out the park, and especially like in a touchy, anything that's touchy, and you bring that emotion, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna end up killing the show itself or the movie or even that 5 minutes. Because I've tried myself, you know, since I shoot film and everything, and it's hard. It's hard to try to get your mind into that piece of emotion. How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta tap into it, bro. Like, I mean, it's funny because when it comes to that, like, also shout out to the Lower East Side of players, because when I was like 15 and 16, we had a job on Avenue B and 9th Street, where my job was basically, we used to act out pregnancy prevention skits, HIV awareness skits. We used to go to different high schools and different places and perform these, you know, to inform the youth. And I was a youth at that time doing those skits, you know. And it's funny because a lot of times you have to draw on your personal experiences to kind of bring out what you need to bring out, you know. So it's that process, and it really gets deep, and emotions are really involved in certain things, you know. So yeah, man, you have to just draw deep from your own experiences and just let it come out, you know.
So okay, now that's you being in front of the camera. If you were behind the camera directing, what would you tell say Sam? You know, he's trying to hit that emotional part. What would you tell him?
Oh man, the beauty of directing, like, see, directing is really a beautiful thing because like everything kind of goes through your eye. Like you know what you want to see, you know what you want to extract from the actors, so you can kind of guide them through scenes. And that's just an amazing process. That's why they say like a good director has great communication skills. They know how to extract what they need to from actors.
Okay.
You know? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And that right there, that separates, I think that, me personally, I think that separates like from good directors. That's the difference between a good director and a great director, let's say.
Yep.
I hear you.
So
I feel you.
Here's my question. Which director do you want to be? Do you want to be that regular a director, or do you want to be that actor director?
Because I'm difficult as hell if you're gonna direct me. I'm just throwing it out there right now. I'm gonna be mad difficult and complicated. So,
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, sometimes you don't really have a choice on which director you want to be. It kind of just happens how it happens. You see what I'm saying? It kind of just flows into it. Like you really, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, from my perspective right now, it's kind of difficult to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Gotta give another shout out to another BMS family member, which is JVN. She's actually there.
JVN Lopez, ¿qué pasa?
Now, my sister asked Michelle Hernandez.
Hey, Michelle.
Hold on. There you go. What is your biggest struggle?
Wow. Like in life or in the industry or like what?
Let's say, you know what, in the industry.
I mean, okay. I mean, basically, here's it in a nutshell. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody. Everybody's not going to be happy. Somebody's going to be upset. Somebody's going to be disappointed. Somebody might have some emotional factors. Like, you can't really worry about what can't be controlled. You understand? Things that are out of your hand that you can't really control. There's no sense in losing sleep over it. You understand? So kind of like that, I mean, me personally, I would like to keep everybody happy, everybody in good harmonious tunes, but sometimes it just doesn't play out like that, and me, like, I tend to look for the good in people first. But as we know, the world is a cold place and it's not really like that. So, that's one of my like personal struggles, is just dealing with like certain individuals, different personality types. Sometimes people's clash, sometimes alpha males clash, sometimes, everybody, it just happens. And for me, that's one of my things. So, sometimes in life, you got to practice hitting people with the Heisman, give them the stiff arm and keep it moving. Like it is what it is. Yeah. Like it's just part of the process,
Yeah, it's real, man.
That's my biggest thing.
Real quick to throw out there. Old friend of yours just popped. An old friend of all of us just popped on. Adam Garcia.
Yo, Adam, what's up, Adam? Shout out to Adam. What's good, bro? What's good? Oh man, I can't mention Adam Garcia without shouting out Roberto Colon. Yo, Roberto Colon, what's good, man? What's popping, bro? What's popping? Y'all know Berto. That's one of my dudes, man.
Yeah,
I always joke with that cat,
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And so, that's so this is what it is, man. Shout out to you guys for just making it happen, man.
Thank you, brother.
Making the most out of it, man. In a difficult year, this year has been just crazy with everything that's been going on.
Yeah, it's been nuts, man.
Think about it. We couldn't even have a normal snowstorm. Like we had to have the worst snowstorm.
Yo, when we were talking yesterday, what was that doing? We on the phone and you go, "Yo, shoveling. Who's that clanking with the shovel outside?"
I'm like, "Who's shoveling?" Yeah, I definitely know that sound. I'm like, "Who's shoveling right now?" Sam was like, "It's me." He was sounding all breathless. I was like, "Oh man!" Like,
oh no, that's nothing. My wife this morning, she was like, "Oh, you want to snow, huh?" It was like, and I'm there at the bottom of the step.
Oh man.
Yo, I called him yesterday and got him on speaker. So yo, put me on speaker because she hates snow. Yeah, Joanna, I'm shouting you out right now. She absolutely hates snow. So I was like, yo, put me on. And I'm there like, yo, you see all the white stuff coming down outside? That's snow, and it's gonna pile up.
Oh man,
and I was just getting into it yesterday with her, man.
Yeah, it was very intense. Yeah, I heard you. Yeah. Like, yo, who's shoveling? Who's shoveling snow right now? Like, oh man.
I got a workout and a half last night for about an hour outside, man.
Yeah, literally. I can imagine, bro. I can imagine. Like, oh man, it's so funny. But yeah, bro. Like this year has just been really, really one of those like this is unprecedented.
Anticlimactic, man.
In our existence, like they say like history repeats itself and there's nothing new under the sun. But this year has definitely been like mean throwback, let's say, because they had plagues and pandemics before, but to have it in our era right now is crazy.
Yeah,
and I mean,
it's shocking. Yeah,
it is, and it's just like I look at it like, we're in this era right now, and we're adults in this era, so we just got to handle it and put our best foot forward and fight the good fight. You dig?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, man, and that's what it's all about.
Let's go back a little bit with Tom Warner a second. What was the craziest call you ever took?
Yo, I had a few crazy calls. Oh man. First of all, I remember I got cursed out one late night because the dude was trying to order like some porno, and his account it wasn't letting him do it, and he called me and flipped out, and he just was super belligerent. That was crazy. That was one of my crazy calls. I mean, you have some calls where they're like, "Am I speaking to an American? Who am I speaking to?" And I'm like, "Yes, you're speaking to an American." And they're like, "Are you a live person?" And I remember saying like, "Yes, I eat, sleep. I do everything that normal that people do." And my supervisor just looked at me like, she was like, "Oh my gosh, who is he talking to right now?" Like, yeah, I had a bunch of crazy calls, man. Like, I mean, I got cursed out numerous times, numerous occasions. But you just listen, let people vent, and then try to calm them down and make them happy. And that was the key in a nutshell. Keeping your cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What about you guys, Sam? I know you had a crazy call, bro. I know you had some crazy calls.
Man, listen. Probably the craziest call I had a dude. Same thing. He flipped out on you over $5. So
Wow.
I told him. I said, "Listen, all you gotta do is pay your bill." And he took it to a level that
Next level.
I can't even talk about right here. But it was so funny. And I'm gonna shout out my old supervisor, Stefan.
Okay.
There. Shout out to Steph, man. Yo, as soon as Steph caught me, changed my tone.
Oh my God. Immediately, right? Immediately.
He was like,
immediately.
Disconnect. And he was like, "Nah, I got you." Disconnected, came over to me, grabbed my headphones off my head and was like, "Yo, listen, do me a solid. Go take lunch." I just did. Go take another lunch.
Go take another one.
Yeah,
see, having a supervisor like that was clutch. Like, I wasn't fortunate enough to have those supervisors. They were kind of on me, so I just had to handle it. Like, bro, it was definitely an experience, But like I said, it was a good experience. You just never know where life is gonna take you. And like I said, I met great people from that job. And it was really, really a blessing. Definitely. Lewis, what about you, man? I know you was in the phone department, so you kind of had the lesser of everything. But I know when it was bad, it was the worst because they would mess up people's phone service, and I know it was crazy.
No, actually, I got one. My first week, I ended up getting the most craziest person you could imagine. So I get the phone call. The first moment she gets on that call, she starts cussing up a storm. My services are not working, this, that, and the other. So I pull up her information, and it's not even her.
Oh my God! You're like, what?
Her husband's account. But the craziest part is that it was John Leguizamo's account.
Okay.
And that account has been around, everyone, and everyone knew how crazy the wife was, when it came down to like having the services, because she's not in the house. They she goes away, she goes on vacation. So you remember that when people go on vacation, you have to refresh that box several times. So like that it could get up and running. 30 minutes later, finally got it up and running. Not even a thank you, just a click.
Wow. That's great. That's crazy, bro. Like, unbelievable. It's funny too because Sam, have you ever encountered anybody like semi-famous? I had one famous phone call.
I had
I can remember.
I had Leguizamo. I actually had David Dinkins' son.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Rest in peace, David Dinkins.
David. Yeah, man. Rest in peace. I had David, and I had a couple. I had a couple people.
Wow.
They were all nice for the most part and stuff like that. Some got a little out of control because it's cable and
Exactly.
Come on, man. Man.
Yeah.
It was retarded. But the funniest calls that I used to take was when I went to the escalation department. And
I was in that department. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. That was
so
crazy.
I had Lou, right over on the other side and stuff like that. So
unfortunately.
Lou would hit me barking at people and stuff like that. Yo, we used to get this one old dude that called in, man, all the time.
Wow.
All the time, trying to get over on us for the bills and stuff. So he would come, he would call, and we knew who it was. So I ain't gonna give his last name and stuff like that, but he called in one.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
I think Sam is having a little technical difficulties.
¿Qué
You know,
pasa?
talking-
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
wait, hold on. He's in and out.
That's
Look at
it
that,
for
see?
you. See? Told you
know-
guys. Crazy Latinos.
You know what's
Yeah.
happening, right? Like you talking about the cable company, and all of a sudden the internet start freezing. Like I'm
Yeah, I
telling
know,
you,
right?
it's not.
They watching us. They
Yeah,
watching
it
us all
didn't
the
just
time.
happen, bro. It didn't just happen. I'm telling you, like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Hold on, finish
Yo,
the story, Sam. I want to hear it
Yeah,
though.
man. So I get him on the phone. And he's
Mhm.
like, okay, blah blah. Then he started talking in Spanish, and I was like, okay. All of a sudden, you Latino. Man, I knew damn straight you had no Spanish in you. So what did I
Wow.
do? Started talking to him in Spanish, and then he was like, no habla español, no. Click. I was like, okay, no problem.
Mm.
Called back about 45 minutes later, had his neighbor calling in for him, trying to act like it was him.
Wow.
And I mean, it was just, yeah, man, it was some nonsense. I mean, I took also, I mean, it was worse back there than it was on the floor.
Wow, you know it was I was on that escalation line, and it was just like I knew I was like, let me just listen to what they have to say, get them out of here. Whether I got to give them a movie channel, whether I got to give them a couple bucks, like I was doing everything I can. But it's funny because when it comes to famous people, I had one call. I actually had calls from people that I would know that would come randomly through, and I'd be like, I know this person, but I don't know who could be listening. So I got to try to help them without letting it be known that it's me. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I remember I had gotten a call from Regis Philbin, and I think it was his assistant. I'm not sure, but I was like, is this D Regis? She was like, yes, I'm calling on behalf. And I mean, she was really polite. I did everything I needed to do. And it was like a great call. I was like, wow, you would think that it might be different, but no, it was really cool, you know. But yeah, man, Time Warner days, it was crazy, bro. Crazy days.
Wow.
Yeah, it really was, bro. It really was. And it was just like everything that was going on. It was an experience, you know. But
Oh man, listen.
definitely, I mean, the funniest thing, because I know that, all right, let me tell you what we got from that though. I'm gonna tell you one skill, I'm gonna tell you two skills that we got from that helped us in life in general. We're able to listen and relate with no problem.
Oh yeah.
Like seriously, when I get on the phone with somebody, I know within the first 10 seconds whether they're upset, whether they're happy, what mood they're like. It's just amazing. Like that really, like, actually I homed in on my skills with that, and I know it worked for you guys the same way, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yo, the Time Warner.
I've been doing the Jedi mind trick crap to my kids for years. It works. I'm telling you, it works. Yo, they look at me and they see me and they're like, "Dad,
You're crazy."
well, legally it hasn't been proven, man. We ain't gonna go there. No, but then it's funny to hear my kids doing it back to me.
Yeah.
So I'm there like I'm like this. I'm like, wow, what did I do? Like these kids are
what did
mine.
I do? He said, "Yo, these kids are mine."
Really? Like really? Like legally? Okay, you know. So, but nah, man. It's just, and it's funny too because you remember my kids when they were little.
Yeah.
You know, and now, you know, I hear every day. I hear it. It's like, yo, you're the shortest one in the house.
They bigger than you now, bro. They bigger than you. Like that's how it happens, man. That's definitely how it happens. Word. Shout out to my nephews. I don't know what they're putting in the food because like we didn't have that type of food. We had like short people's food. Like I'm short. You know, like we're not tall, man. Like, and these kids nowadays
I'm shorter than
like,
you, though.
yo, bro.
That's your fault.
Like I said, it was something in the food. We had food that just, it was the short food, you know. But that next generation, they got like, I mean, bean sprouts or something because everybody's like growing. Like my nephews, bro. One of my nephews is like 6'2", another one's like 6'1", the other one is like 5'9" right now. Like I'm looking at my nephews and I'm just like, gosh, you guys like. I miss that drink. I don't know what kind of milk you dudes had. I don't know. I miss that. Like I'm mad and it's too late to like get some of that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But yeah, man. But it's a beautiful life, and salute to you guys for making it happen. Like
no doubt,
Louis,
man.
you were always awesome with that, Louis. I remember like you got into photography and you engulfed yourself into photography. Like it was just like Yeah, like I salute you for that, for going hard at it. Sam, I salute you for just always being a good, positive brother. You know, somebody that we could kick it with, always in a good mood, always good energy. You know,
Wait, you
and
talking
just
about Sam?
Thank you.
yeah, I'm talking about Sam. I'm talking about Sam. I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up to the boy. You know, I gotta give it up. You know, and just good peoples, y'all. You know, all around the boards. You know, and you know, that's the key to everything. Just being good to people, treating everybody right. You know, and just
Yeah.
doing what you got to do out here, y'all. That's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
man.
Salute to y'all for rocking. You know.
Listen, thank you, man. Though it's a blessing, man. Let me tell you, I torture Lou literally every day, man. But at the same time, man,
I
you know,
kick it right back.
that's my backbone right
That's your
there.
boy.
Man.
That's
You
your
know,
boy.
you know.
Yeah, y'all rock.
And
You know.
yeah, you know, and I drive him nuts and with all the nonsense I do and everything. There's Irvin's like, Sam.
Oh, actually,
Really?
you named
Seriously, Irv? Really?
you, Sean. You said
Mhm.
you called out a person, and he's actually saying what's up. He had said it earlier. Woozy woos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said happy everyday lords.
Happy every day. Happy every day. That's real. That's real talk. Like happy every day. Like you know how you might be like, yo, happy birthday. Like yo, every
Yeah.
day is your birthday. Happy every day. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, people might be like, yo, I hope you have a good day. Happy every day. Happy every day.
Speaking of that, man, I'm gonna shout out somebody real quick, man. My boy Frederick Robinson, old friend of mine, back in the high school days, man. Happy birthday, brother. Enjoy another more year of life to you and success and health, man.
Oh, word. Speaking of birthdays, yo, shout out to my man Dennis Gill. Yo, that's my dude, Dennis Gill. Dennis, my man Dennis is like 6'4" right now. We go way back to when we used to look eye to eye, when we were like 6 and 7 and 8. Today's his birthday, man. Shout out to my boy. You heard? Happy birthday, man.
So I have to ask this question.
What?
How do you know Irvin?
Yo, bro, you know what's crazy is that I've been trying to figure that out and I've been rattling my brain about it. But like you come in contact with so many people and think about it. Like from Bad Boy record days to background days to other side of the camera days. Now, like you just come across so many people that sometimes you just don't know where you know them from. Like it's funny because I can't recall her name, but I know when we were at Time Warner Cable, I helped the girl out and she had a distinct voice. And I was like, your voice is very distinct. You ever thought about doing like voiceover work, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, like maybe like a month or two later, she was gone. Fast forward, I'm working on set and I see one of the actresses say hi to me. And I said hi to her because I didn't, I just thought it was somebody I knew from work. About 6 months later, I'm watching Power and I hear that voice. And I always remember that voice. And I was like, wait, that's the same lady that spoke to me months ago. And it was just somebody we work with, So, and I didn't know, I thought I knew her from set only, but it was from Time Warner. So I really don't know. Like, I'm sure if Irvin and I sat down and really chopped it up on all the places we've been, like we can kind of narrow it down.
He actually just did yeah, man. I'll let you finish, man. But he just did. He just threw something up there.
You serious? Oh man, I would love to know because like even it's so funny because even one of my boys, I found out that we went to the same junior high school together, and it was just like the same elementary school together through the industry. And the industry is like really big but small because like the funniest thing about the industry was my immediate family. I met somebody in the industry. Shout out to my man Tech. My mom's was a school teacher. My mom's was a retired school teacher, so she taught him back in the day. So when we were chopping it up and we were going back to schools, come to find out he went to that school. He knew my mom's. I met another guy, security guard, on what's that show with the girls that were in jail? I can't remember. Oh, Orange is the New Black. So So I'm chopping it up with him. He actually grew up with my brother, playing basketball with him. He was like, Springer. I'm like, yeah, why are you looking at me? You don't like my last name? And he was like, bro, I know a dude named, and he named my brother. And sure enough, then I met another dude on set that he used to sing with my sister. You see what I'm saying? So through the industry, I met people that knew my whole immediate family, but from different angles. So with Irvin, like I look forward to finding out like where and how we know each other because it's mind blowing, bro. What did he say? Did he say something?
He just said he said that he thinks that you guys met at Diddy's house before Puff kicked you guys out, and then he also wrote. He wrote, to be clear, it was Diddy's house, the music studio.
Yeah,
Or
you know
could be
what?
both.
You know what? It might be like, because I remember when we had to go to Diddy's house. I never actually been inside Diddy's house, so it could be there. But I remember being like super young, maybe like 18, 19, and it was Diddy. Shout out to Groovy Lou. Groovy Lou, he does like all the fashion. He's a good, positive dude. Shout out to Groovy Lou. It was him, Groovy Lou, and like maybe one or two other people. And so they were going to Puffy's house, and they took me because I was an intern. They was like, yo, we need somebody to sit in the car. So they had me sit in the car. They went inside Puff's house, and Puff was like, you got your license? And I was like, nah. He was like, bro, why you don't have your license? And I was like, bro, I'm 19. Who needs it in the city? You know what I'm saying? So they looked at me, they shook their head like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And they went and did what they had to do. But nah, it could be that, or it could be at the studio. It definitely could be at the studio, because I was there at the studio a lot. You know, I never was at Puff house, but I was in the studio. So yeah, we probably go back to those days. You know, it's funny, man. Bad Boy was a great experience. Like, I got to see how work was handled, you know, from just being on the phone and having conference calls. And I remember a funny incident, man. I mean, I gotta share this with you, because I was like, what? Like, I never forget it, man. Puff was there. We was in the office on 19th Street, and Biggie comes through with Faith. And so they're chopping it up just and they're just chopping it up in the lobby of the offices, because the way the elevator will open up and the lobby's right there. So they were just chopping it up. And then they started like beefing, but they were joking. And then Puff was like, what? Puff pulled out a hammer. And then,
oh wow,
Biggie's like, what? You think it's like that? He opens up Faith's pocketbook and pulls out another hammer, and they just sit around like this with the hammers, and I'm just looking like, and I'm like, oh man, like it was just super cool. They were joking, like it was great, man. It was a great experience, you know. It was definitely a great experience, and it gave me like my first taste of like the industry. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was
just
great.
you saying Biggie, man. I'm a huge Biggie head, man. So
who is it?
Nah, I totally feel you on that. You know, it's funny because like I always say, it's two types of people in the world, and I say it's Biggie type of people and it's Pac type of people. Now, I can't lie, I interned at Bad Boy and all that good stuff, but I'm one of the Pac type of people. Like I gotta be real. But shout out to Biggie, because I love him. You know, Biggie was one of the best lyricists there is. You understand me? Definitely. I mean, I love Pac. I'm a Pac dude. I remember I was arguing with my boys at work. We was going through we was going through the back and forth battle, and it was like Biggie Pac, and I'm just like, yo, man, Pac all day. But I mean, shout out to Pac. Rest in peace, Pac. Shout out to Bad Boy. You know, Bad Boy definitely gave me. It was a good experience. You know. Word. Word. Oh, I just seen somebody posted up Tupac. I seen Irvin.
That's Irvin.
You know what I mean? Word.
By the way, he also said that he may have run into you playing ball, because I used to ball with Irvin when when we were talking yesterday and stuff like that. I balled with him way back in the day, man. That was sorry, Irv, I gotta say it, man. That was our Chauncey Billups, man, who just was that floor general, dude.
Oh man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Chauncey nice, man. Chauncey Billups nice. So if you been compared
so was Irv.
Yeah, that's what's up. Where did y'all play ball at? I mean, did y'all play? Because I played in Harlem. I played in a couple tournaments downtown. I played in a couple of West Side tournaments. You know. Like it could.
We played. Well, I worked with Irv back in the day at UPS when I lived in Hell's Kitchen and stuff like that. So I was a couple blocks down from where I used to live.
Wait, hold on. Which UPS used to work at?
The one on 43rd and 11th.
Okay, cool.
I met Irvin there. I had the pleasure of meeting Irvin, and we just clicked. And then we flipped it a script, and we found out we played ball.
Right.
And it was we just took it to a whole nother level, man.
Irvin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, you started this, Irvin. So, but great dude. But I'm pretty sure you guys got to have a connection somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure, man. I'm sure. Like I said, the industry is big, but it's small also. You know, and you just never know. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. And I mean, like I said, man, I just love the opportunities that are available now, because when we was coming up, it wasn't too many opportunities available for us that was shown to us. And now it's like sky's the limit,
It's crazy, right? It's just the irony you know, the reality of everything and stuff like that, and how honestly, and Lou will tell you this, man, it COVID, you know, for all that it did, COVID just really gave us an opportunity, man. And Lou, that crazy mastermind that he is, man, and hey, here we are, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. And y'all doing it, man. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. Two crazy Latinos, you know, rocking. Oh man, like you can't go wrong, bro. You really can't go wrong. Like seriously.
I remember asking you several times, calling you and texting you, like, how do you do this? You know, how do I get myself in the industry and the stuff like that. And I know photography was big, but it wasn't enough for me.
No, I feel
photography is awesome, but creating movies was more. Creating video, compelling,
bro.
Anything compelling, you know. And like I tell a lot of people, when it comes down to music, especially music now.
That's my photography right there, because I can't draw. So you know.
No, but when it comes on to like in the music industry now, with a lot of the videos out there, you know, it's all about, you know, either drugs, guns, this, that. And honestly, I want to go back to when Michael Jackson was making, you know, those 5 to 8 minute videos, you know, and just telling a full out story.
Yeah,
you know,
I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. You know, oh man, it's funny. And speaking of a few like mainstream artists that are out there, because I named a few artists that's definitely on the rise, and they've been coming up with music. I really, some of the artists that I really respect right now, I respect Ransom. I respect the Griselda teams, you know, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, you know, shout out to those dudes. Those dudes are definitely doing their thing. One of my favorite artists right now, like, really is Ransom. Like, I listen to Ransom a lot, man. Salute to Ransom. Yeah, he repping Jersey, you know, salute to Ransom, you know?
You know, but you gotta...
John, you ever listen to St. John?
Nah, who's St. John?
You need to put yourself on St. John.
Yeah.
Man. That's what I tell you, man. Yeah, dude.
I do the research, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Man, definitely. You need to put yourself on him, man.
Sam, I think we need to put him on to Ronnie and Beyond Amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man. That's conversations. Yeah, you need
to.
Man,
send me some of their music, man. Put together a little video for them or something, you know?
Definitely.
Word, man. But yeah.
Funny because, Sam, we got to share the story about with Ronnie.
Which one?
He said, which one?
Which one?
2 hour.
He said, which one?
Like,
God, yeah.
Yeah, so Ronnie came up from Atlanta, right? And we finally got to meet him. And one of the things we sat there, we watched him do his thing with, you know, producing music and everything. And I don't know, something just clicked where Sam and I we just went on we just tore it up, like, and we just started spitting out ideas. 2 hours later, we already came up with a concept for a short promo video.
Okay.
And 24 hours after that, we were out in Jersey already shooting.
Oh, that was the video you guys sent me. Yeah. Definitely.
Thank you, JVN, and your mom, man, for the
definitely. Thanks, JVN, for that one. Thank you for that one too.
Yeah.
But a lot of times that's how it happens, man. Like you know, shout out to all the guerrilla filmmakers. Like to the dudes that man, we need a shot. We jumping on the train at 2 o'clock in the morning when nobody's there, before the pandemic, before they shut down the trains. Yo, you need this. Everybody's jumping out, getting what they gotta get and doing it. A lot of people are making that movement happen too. You know, shout out to all the guerrilla filmmakers out there. Shout out to everybody that's just doing their thing, man, keeping it positive vibes and just chasing the dream. You know, a lot of it, like I said, a lot of it is perseverance. You know, don't look at things as if you failed. Look at it take it as a learning experience, because you got to remember, nobody's that's ever been like successful, like that didn't come with them just being successful. No, they had to bump their head a few times. That's what people don't see. What happens in the dark? People don't see that. They only see the success. You know, but it was a lot of times that, you know, things happen, man, and you just gotta really persevere through everything, through adversity, and take those knockdowns as a learning experience and just use that, man. Use that to go. So basically, to go. Yeah, exactly. Take it as a learning. Anything. No, you take it as a learning experience, man. Like, if don't look at it negatively, don't take it wrong. Just learn. Okay, how can I grow from it and turn that into a positive?
Coaching
Like everyone say, coaching opportunities.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, and that's what it's all about, man. That's really the key to it. That, and just staying focused and just staying positive, man. Keep up your relationships, build your relationships. You understand me? And just rock out, man. Like, that'll get people far in life. Like, a lot of times, and always keep a smile on your face no matter what. No matter what, bro. No matter what. Just keep a smile on your face and stay positive.
So throughout the last couple of years, who has been your rock, your ride and die? Like, who kept you strong and
man,
everything?
Yo, I tell you, man. Like, I mean, as far as like, you talking about my significant other, or you talking about like my homies? What you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about your significant other.
Man, my girl is dope, man. Shout out to Marie. Konnichiwa. You know what I mean? Like, she's dope, man. She's definitely like my backbone, and I can't lie. Like, it's a lot of times like some of the things I'm doing is just motivation, to keep everybody happy, and happy wife, happy life. I'm gonna just say those are my rules that I live by, so salute to her. And I mean, shout out to my moms. My mom's is my day one A1 rock. Like, she was always my first superhero. You understand what I'm saying? Like she was the person that my mom's is definitely like, I can always call her no matter what time, talk to her about stuff. She'll give it to me like it is. She'll tell me. She's the one that'll tell me that I won't take it. Shawn, you're dead wrong in that. What are you doing? And I won't take it a certain way that I'll be like, I have to admit, like, okay, I was wrong. Like, Mama Love has been there for me. And, shout out to my homies, man. Like, I never forget, man. It was one day I was at Coney Island, and this was years ago, bro. This was years ago. It was a long time ago. And I was out there, and the girl I had on a little skimpy bikini or whatever. And this drunk dude that was on the beach just started kicking it with me. And I didn't know if he was homeless or not. I couldn't tell because it's the beach. He was like, yo, man, listen, man. Yo, I'm going to tell you, man. Yo, and he just broke it down to me. He was like, look, man, if you got one person in your life that you could call a friend, you're a millionaire. You understand me? And when he said it to me, I was like, this old dude is bugging, man. You just trying to talk to my girl. But then as life actually happened, I was like, this dude is right. You understand me? So shout out to my friends, man. Shout out to my friends, for real. Shout out to Action Max. Shout out to Old Dog. Those are my best homies, man. My A1s, day ones. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Kendall Robinson. We go way back. Like, shout out to my peoples, and shout out to my man Dennis. Like I said, these are all people that they knew me when I was young. My people knew me before I had dreads, So just shout out to that, man. Good friends is definitely a key. Keep your circle. Yeah, man. And look at us. You understand me? Like, good friends. I'm telling you, like, for real. Good friends will they hold you down, and
always.
It's true, man, because like, if you got a good team around you, when you feeling down, somebody's gonna pick you up. If they feeling down, you're gonna pick them up.
Sir.
You understand? Sir. So it just really, your team has to be tight. You got a good circle of friends around you. You can't go wrong.
Well,
that's
unfortunately for me, Sam will kick me while I'm down.
Yo,
you're like 8 feet tall, dude. What are you comparing?
But check it though. I'm sure Sam might kick you when you down, but then he'll put the hand out to help you back up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta,
vice versa.
So you gotta give it up for that.
Of course. Listen, before we get any crazier than what we've already got, I saw my wife on the podcast. Hey, baby, I love you. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a minute, babe. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's love right there. That's love. Love is love. Love is love.
That's 27 years of tolerating me, man.
Wow, bro. That right there.
Whoa.
Bro. Nah, 27 years. Like, you gotta remember nowadays, it's like, you argue over something, it's over with. Somebody broke some dishes, it's over. Like, people don't really stay together like that. So to actually find, to to hear that 27 years, that's real
Yeah.
talk, man. That's
Yeah,
a blessing.
Valerie
My baby
just,
just popped up. Yeah, I see my baby just popped up. So.
yeah, trust
Valerie
me.
Woods. Shout out to Val. Shout out to Val.
Yeah, Shawn, you know my back. You know what I went through. Like
Yeah.
you know with the stuff that I've gone through.
Yeah, yeah,
See
And
yeah.
my
and I've been through my ups and downs. And I bounced back. And lo and behold, I met Joanna, and she's been my sane spot. Like she kept me,
Joanna is sane? Really? Seriously, dude? Really?
yeah. Nah, she's a homeboy, just like actually even worse than Sam.
Nah, but that's what's up, though. That's what's up, man. Like I said, we live in an era where true love is kind of hard to find right now. We live in a fans only era right now. Like it's crazy. It's different. It's different. It's a different world right now.
Yeah, it's you know what? At the end of the day, you learn to appreciate and value what you have around you. I know for myself now, getting older and seeing my kids older and stuff like that, and you know the grind I went through for them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
That grind was hard, man. I can't lie about that. But you know what? I stand firm, and I learn from examples from people that are so meaningful in my life. Irvin, I gotta shout him out again. Irvin, Lewis, and you, man, you were always one of those dudes, man.
Thank you,
just
bro.
clicked the moment we met.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like Adam, same with Adam, Christian. The dudes that we were all close with, man. It just rolled and it went that way with Rod, especially Rod, man. I gotta put Rod in that crew too, man. Sook, Z, man.
You know what's crazy is that Ron and I, we trained together. So his first day at Time Warner was my first day at Time Warner. You dig? So it was like, yeah. And it's funny, man, because like sometimes you have friends where you like, I might not remember the exact moment that we met, but it just fell right into place because we just rocked from there, and that's really what happened,
Yeah, that's what it is. You know what it is for always to walk into a spot and thank you, Flavio. I appreciate you, dude. And you know what it is to walk in, and the first thing you see is your peoples.
Yeah.
Thanks, Flavio. I appreciate that, man. It was always love. Seeing Lou, seeing the fellas is like, yo, what's good? Adapt and no matter what, we still went through our day, bugging out, dealing with what we dealt with and stuff like that. But you know what? That bond just made us so unique.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Appreciate it, man. You just do. So for us to have evolved from all of that and to be sitting here right now doing this,
bro,
man,
that's big. That's big.
Yeah, man,
that's big.
Wow, man.
And that's a fact, man. And for me being a dude from Harlem, like, bro, the only time I went to Queens was to go to get our polo jackets at the mall. You understand me? Or to go to Jamaica Avenue to get our fronts. Like I didn't know Queens. So working in where we were working at, it gave me a chance to like learn Queens. Shout out to all my people from Sunnyside, Queens, Sunnyside, the not so funny side. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Moose. He in the industry doing his numbers. Shout out to my man Q Dog. His name's Q, but he's a G. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my peoples, out there, But yeah, real talk, y'all. Like it got me a chance. I learned Queens after that. After that, I learned Queens. And then, like I said, working in the industry, one of the beauties about the industry too, man, is that I'm on all different film locations, bro. Like you just see like the beauty of the city, from skyrise hotels and apartments to just like it's just great, man. It's pretty awesome. I would definitely like recommend as many people as possible that as a like career choice because you can't go wrong with the industry,
Oh yeah.
Real
so
talk.
Fabio, I got a question for you, man. So even though I asked it in one way, so I'm gonna ask it this way.
Wait, give me 1 second. Hold on a second. Yeah, I had to give me something to drink. Let's go. Talk to me.
So you got an end. So you got an end game.
Mm-hmm.
You got the end game.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh man, who knows, bro? I mean, in 5 years, in 5 years, I can say I'm not going to be doing the same thing I'm doing now. Like I'm trying to expand on everything. who knows, maybe a podcast, maybe direct a couple things, maybe act in a few things. Like, who knows, bro? Sky's the limit. And that's the thing. You can line up all your goals on the table with what you want to do. And the thing about it is time is flying. So, like, if you would ask me when I was at Time Warner Cable, hey, Shawn, where do you want to be in 5 years? I'd be like, oh, man, I'm going to be in the industry working. Well, 5 years later, we was at Time Warner Cable. You understand what I'm saying? So everything happens in a due process. I mean, I know what I would like to do, but the world sometimes comes up a little differently. And that's why you got to go hard and really take no days off, because you just never know what it could lead to. Look at what I said, man. I ended up in the industry from stumbling into somebody that I knew from a show. I ended up doing background work. I ended up crashing sets, ended up working on, like, it just happens like that, and it really just plays out so differently, you know. And I mean, at the time when we were at Time Warner, like, I was doing a lot of voiceover work, and I really was looking into that. I was looking into that like hard body. You see what I'm saying? But think about it now. You know, people still listen to the radio, but everything is online. Like, the game changes, and you know, a wise man once told me. Shout out to my man Shanks. A wise man once told me, you can't run from change. Just find out how to, you know, adjust to it and, you know, make the best out of it. You understand what I'm saying? As far as like find your opportunity and just going for it, you know? So you got to adjust with the times. If you don't change to the times, you fall victim to them. So you just never know. Like look at all the writers. Like, you could be writing for a big time newspaper, but now everything is online. So unless you switch your game to adjust to the online thing, what's happening now? You see what I'm saying? So it really changes. And even now, you got all these different streaming services that just revolutionize the game, bro. You know, because it's so many different projects that's out there. So you're like, all right, so let's say 5 years ago, I might have been like, all right, I want to film a movie. Okay, well, guess what? You need this type of budget. You need X, Y, and Z. You need this, that, and the third. Now, with it being so many different streaming services, you could put together some nice guerrilla filming that actually has something. You just never know what could happen. Like, it's a different, the opportunities always shift in life. So you just got to be prepared and ready to just catch that wave. You know, it's like surfing, man. I never surfed a day in my life, but you see what the principle is. They find the right wave and go with it, you know? So
I can't swim, so surfing is completely out for me.
Yo, bro, me neither, bro. Don't get it twisted. I can't swim either, you know, but I'm working on flying though. You know what I'm saying? So we all working on flying. So that's what it is. You know, you just never know where it'll take you. You know, you just really never know. I never in a million years thought I'd be on this side of the camera, and I realized within the last like year and a half, I had a little directing skills, just a little bit. You understand me? It's still a lot to learn, but hey, man, that's what it is. You know, and also, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I went to college, I studied theater arts management, which was basically dealing with the box office and things of that nature. Bro, when my first day on set, as far as a production assistant, even up until now, like, that was my film school. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, so it's kind of hard to call it, to say where I see myself in 5 years. I mean, even to the point where looking at like what was going on with this last presidential campaign with the politics, I mean, who knows, man? I might be a politician by the time I'm 60. Like, you just never know. You see what I'm saying? So
Shawn for president, guys. Shawn for president.
Hey, I don't want that responsibility, but I want to give a shout out to Obama for letting me know it could be possible. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, the sky's the limit, y'all, and we just gotta stay positive and keep moving in the direction, man, and let it snowball. You dig?
Oh yeah, man. I feel you, homie. I feel you on that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, this has been beautiful tonight, man. This is great to see you, man.
Nah, definitely. Likewise, fellas. Like, we got a couple of up-and-coming things we're gonna work on together, definitely, and get these irons cooking in a fire. You know what I mean? So a salute to y'all, fellas. Like, it's really been a pleasure, and like I said, I'm honored to be on this show, and thank you, fellas. I really appreciate, you know, just the opportunity to come and kick it with y'all. You know, that's dope.
No doubt.
We appreciate it, man. Hey, come on. Come on. We haven't seen each other in years.
Yeah.
Listen,
I can't say the same about Lewis, though, but I mean,
nah.
I see this guy every time.
Nah, but you know what though? But that's the beauty of social media, because even if you might not physically be able to see somebody, like, you see their pictures, you on the gram, you on Facebook, you see, like, you get to say what's up to everybody, and that's the coolest thing. That's the coolest thing about this technological advancement that's going on right now, you know?
Nope.
Absolutely, man.
And
Absolutely.
I still remember. I think you and I both saying, oh yeah, we're gonna just be here for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then that 6 months turned out to be 5 years.
Yeah,
that
bro.
5 years. Well, I know for my case, it ended up being 10 and a half years later. And I'm still saying 6 months with Time Warner Cable.
Bro, time flies, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact. I think I left maybe 4.5 years. I was like 4.5 years, and then that's when it was just like it just wasn't gonna work. You know what I mean? So it happens, bro. Like I said, and that's what I mean. That's why I said it's hard to say where you see yourself in 5 years. Like, shucks, man. But you just never know how everything's gonna play out. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, this has been beyond anything that I could anticipate. Lewis and I have been
Thank you, fellas.
so excited and looking forward to this, man. But I tell you, and I know Lewis will share the same sentiment, man.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you physically in front of me, man.
Yeah.
Just embrace, dude, and just really seeing you, man, because it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And you were one of the most. You're one of my closest friends, man. When we were at the job and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
So
likewise, man. Thank you, fellas. Yeah, man. Real talk, like, bro. Remember, Lewis put me on. Not even just to even go back, bro. Lewis put me on to, and this is just me on my nerdy whatever. Lewis put me on to this game called Skyrim, bro. And
he did,
bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Like. And because I don't really play video games like that, but I can get into it when I have enough time to get into. Bro, I played that game for like 6 months, bro. Like, I never forget it. Lewis put me onto that game, and after Time Warner was over, I was trying to see if I was going to get unemployment from them, and it was just a whole lot going on. That game actually was like, man, I was able to just not focus on the negative and zone out to it. Like, even to the point where I bought a book for that game, like, till this day, bro. So yeah, I bought the study guide. I remember you was like, yo, Shawn, you bought the study guide. I was like, yo, bro, this is a good game. Like, thank you for that. That was definitely a jewel, for real.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually looking at Skyrim from here, sitting on the bookshelf and stuff. I'm actually looking at the game because Lewis talked me into buying it.
Wow, you played that game also? Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, man, that game was like, that game was like Game of Thrones, but just a video game. Like, it was crazy. Like, salute for that. Salute to you for that. That's how way back we go. You guys are awesome, man. You guys rock. We're gonna definitely put some irons in the fire and work on a couple projects.
And definitely gonna help you out with creating that podcast of yours.
Yeah. Definitely. No, look, it's a lot that we could do with the podcast. You understand me? So coming out soon. Oh, and also shout out to my gosh, I gotta get the link. I was thinking about one of my homies. He has a podcast up, talking about a lot of the political prisoners. My man, Sankofa, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. Shout out to my man. His name is also, his government. My man Frank, he's doing his thing. He has a podcast up. I'll send you guys a link. Maybe y'all can plug it on the next show and whatnot. But yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. We get things up and rocking and we see what it is. Wow,
we all reconnected again, man.
Yeah.
So listen.
Yeah, on the next level, and that's the beautiful thing about it. You understand? So let's ride the wave, man, and make good, positive things happen, man. And that's what it's all about. Great energy, guys. Great energy. Salute to you guys. You heard?
Thank you, brother. You too, man.
Thank you, man.
Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. This is Two Crazy Latinos. You got Shawn Springer in the house with us, and you know what? We ain't done yet. They gave us a mic.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I blame Lou.
And I gotta say one thing. Be ready for January 1st.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big one.
New Year's, definitely.
No, we got a big show coming.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about
New Year's. Yeah. As it gets close to that date, I know y'all gonna plug it. I got a couple of things with some people that's gonna be involved in it. Shout out to AJ Skeeter, and we're gonna get it up and rocking. And can I give a quick shout out real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to the whole Lower East Side. From Avenue D, Dom Street down to the Hill. You understand me? Salute to my people. Like I said, Action Max, my man Old Dog. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my man Pooch Goleon. Rest in peace to Miss Juice, who's like a second mom to me. You know, rest in peace, rest in peace, Henry. I want to give a shout out to all of Harlem, you know, East Side, West Side, El Barrio, stand up, you know what I mean? Salute. And I want to give a shout out to the South Bronx, in particularly Murphy Project. Shout out to Murphy. Shout out to all my peoples there still holding it down. You know what I mean? And salute to the whole NYC. You know, stand up, everybody. You know, salute. You know?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, hey, get ready next week again. We're back on. We'll let you know who's going to be on. We're going to keep it a little surprise. I know who potentially it's going to be, but I ain't saying nothing. And Lou knows who it is too. So you know what? We'll keep you guys in a little bit of suspense. It's Two Crazy Latinos. My name is Sam.
My name is Louis, and we got
Thank you for joining
Shawn.
us.
Yo, and salute to you guys. Salute to Two Crazy Latinos rocking out, you heard? That's what it is, y'all. Salute y'all. Thanks again. Much love, y'all.
All right, definitely. Good night,
See you
guys.
next week.
All right, be good.